Them gal wasting rotation. If you just have some patience, you'll find your home. From the highlands to the city, my sweet twin island. Red, white, black when you see it. So you do you, my love. Is you I'm so proud of. Because you're Trinity to the bone, yeah. What's a wine and mash up the road, yeah.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. All praises due to the Almighty Creator. We thank Him for life and we thank Him for another day. We give praise for every blessing that we have. Good morning to the people out and about. A bit overcast this morning. I haven't looked at the weather report, but we may be getting some showers today as well. Yesterday was a damp day, but people are out. So many of us braving the rain, the cold, right? But a nice cold to come out of our beds and get to it, right? Blessings to all the working people in Trinidad and Tobago. That opportunity to earn, that opportunity to serve, let us enjoy it. Let us do so with the best possible service, right? Big up to all the people everywhere, wherever you are working, who share that love, who extend themselves in service, right? Who share a smile, who try to be as helpful as possible, who do their tasks and their duty with a level of pride so that their performance, their outcome, the customer is satisfied, the fellow human being is inspired. When you do, and you do with love and you do with care, it encourages and it inspires others, right? Every act of kindness, every act of service resonates and sometimes flows from you to others and then to others.
Hello,
as well.
Morning.
Morning, my brother. Welcome. Good to hear you, man. What's up?
Hello.
Morning. We hearing you loud and clear. Go ahead.
Morning.
Morning.
Hello.
Yeah, we hearing you. Go ahead. Yeah, I don't know what happened with my partner there. Right? He gets in early. Make sure and call in early, but somehow I wasn't hearing him. Somehow he wasn't hearing us. Sorry. Right? So we are blessed in Trinidad and Tobago. Let us meet our blessing with that grateful response by continuing that goodness that we are blessed with. Since having our little conversation yesterday surrounding what is not just domestic violence, but the relationship between men and women, I've been speaking to a few people.
Hello.
Good morning, brother. Welcome.
Hello. All right. I don't know what happened there. I'm not hearing you at all, so I don't know if you're hearing me, but I will go ahead and talk in the meantime. What happened is this. I saw an interview with a police officer on Monday on the morning edition, and he was making some statements referring to like bloggers and people putting out information and it could be charged for this and charged for that and charged for the other. And boy, I get so upset because to me like they're trying to muzzle the population. But further to that, I don't know why Trinidad like to pick up everything with America. America has Homeland Security, they're calling Homeland Security here too. They have Operation Anaconda, they call it Operation Anaconda. That has say something, see something, say something, them pick up the same thing too. Why it is everything with America we have to pick up here? And then this morning, while trying to get on to your program, I saw an interview going on with, well, I don't want to say cockroach, huh? I don't want to go down that road. I want to be very civil. But I saw an interview going on with the past commissioner of police. Now, you know, I hate every bone in that man's body. I don't like that man at all. Because he calling us cockroach. So this is a cockroach talking here now.
Oh, that one, I know you're talking about. Oh,
the
that
interview,
one.
I didn't get the full thing. I get like the ending up part, like about halfway through the whole interview. And he was making some very sensible comments. Strange to believe what he makes some very good comments concerning the demand for homeland security and, you know, Muslim and things that the population and this cockroach here thinking is unfair to the population. And I was surprised, you know, and I feel that I always say that is a square peg in a round hole, and I find that, you know, he should temper his judgment. Remember the time we had a conversation about the prison and what going on in another, when they hold these people and put them in another country prison, and how brutal the prison system is there and whatnot, and, you know, and he was going down that same line, and I had a problem with that, and you seen it playing out now. Because this kind of backward colonial kind of thinking needs to go. And then on top of that now he's silent, he's not talking to the media. And, you know, we are taxpayers that paying his salary. And if we want to get questions answered, why you're not making yourself available? What sense that making? You understand?
Yeah.
And then I was watching something. If something going wrong with the government and the citizens are up in arms about what is going on, and somebody should make a video and call for a protest. Let me protest this action and whatnot. You want to tell me you want to lock up a person for that? And apparently they have a media. Somebody went up on Facebook or something and make certain comment, and they're under arrest right now. What is going on with this country? This is a frightening thing, you know. And we have to watch it. As I say, let me look for a third party from now. I will continue to enforce that, because we have to stop looking at the passport picture and start looking at the screen. I don't know if you hear these comments. I hope you heard it, because I'm not hearing you on the phone. But have a blessed morning. Thank you.
Yeah, man. We hear you loud and clear, brother. Right? And we welcome the opinions of others. 342008146653991. I am, of course, an advocate as well for free speech. It is essential for us to be able to criticize, to ask questions as well. I have always supported the media insofar as they do what is their tremendous responsibility sometimes to challenge those people in authority, right, under challenging conditions as well, because when people wield power, they can wield power against you. And to go against individuals who are in positions of power, so-called power, or what is really responsibility, can have ramifications, can have consequences for you. So, you know, respect to those people who do that most important job, that very important job. But at the same time, you know, we live in an age where there is this phenomenon called social media, where average individuals, sometimes people who are below average in IQ as well, or above average in mischief making, have the capacity to spread news, to incite, to make statements, to do things that are really, really disastrous, negative, and illegal. And in curbing that type of behavior, I have no problem, right? I have no problem with people being dealt with if they want to go so far. You know, you can't go onto social media and say, kill this one or bomb this one, or that is extreme. Post pictures at their home, whatever else, threaten to shoot people in their head when you see them. You know, you cannot do that. You cannot do that. And there are laws in place, and if the laws are enforced, then I have no problem with that whatsoever. So those people who utilize social media for whatever purpose, including mischief, be cautious, be careful with what you say and you do. Right? There are people who do their mischief and do it within a certain parameter. And I mean, the public should identify and understand it as mischief, as misinformation, as whatever else. They should identify it and dismiss it. But when they take it a step further, when people, take it a step further, that should not be tolerated. So there is a balancing act. Yes, there is freedom of speech, which is enshrined in our constitution and which is a fundamental right for individuals and for society to function. It is also essential as well. But certain people take it too far and have taken it too far. All right. Other than that, the struggle that new people in office may have at times, especially those who may find more difficulty than others adapting to certain realms of communication, etc. All the best to them, right? I hope they can improve so that they are able to carry out their function, because many of them, their functions are essential. And across the board, there will be people who are not so experienced, who are not as skilled as others, but they have to upskill themselves and they have to improve quickly, because there's very, very little room for incompetence when it comes to management and governance of an entire country. Far more the essential roles that some of these individuals might play. Right? If not, it have talented, skilled people in Trinidad and Tobago. Right? I seen a couple online this morning. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, PPG. Right? Poor People Governor. Real skilled people who have more than the necessary love and competence to extend that love into the actions of state, into the working of management and governance of this beautiful Twin Island Republic. Right, so let us get into the news. All right, I had watched the No Ham and Macaroni Man on the front page of the Online Express, Mr. Marvin Marvelous Gonzalez. All right, and the PNM calls for transparency on U.S. talks. All right, he wants transparency with the meeting of our Prime Minister and members of our government as well, those associated to defense, Attorney General, Homeland, Defense, were all present, obviously, at that meeting as well. He wants some more information on what exactly the talks were. Of course, we get in that Mr. Kane digs into some doubles, right? We want Americans, Chinese, Russians, everybody from across the globe to come to Trinidad and Tobago and enjoy our doubles, our pilau, our roti, our crab and dumpling, our culture, our carnival, our diversity in terms of makeup, in terms of historical strength. We want them to come and enjoy that, right? We don't want them to come for any other reasons, right? We don't want no war, we don't want no bacchanal. Well, we might want bacchanal, but not that type of bacchanal that they bring. And I was listening to a BBC program this morning as a number of U.S. soldiers were tried for the killing of a number of civilians, 24 civilians in 3 or 4 homes in Iraq, women, children just killed, and we eventually tried, right? They are some of the few people who actually tried for murder, just cold-blooded murder. You know, and one of the soldiers saying, well, what's the problem? That's what you all sent us there for. And, you know, if you didn't want that, then you shouldn't have go send us to war. You shouldn't have sent us there. War is a hell of a thing. All right. So come and enjoy with doubles and all the other beautiful things about Trinidad and Tobago, and then leave. Right? We don't want nothing else. Right? We want the USS Comfort to dock in our shores. So Mr. Marvin Gonzalez is calling for some more information on the meetings, the meeting that took place, and I may read into 1 or 2 of the articles and see what exactly has been shared with us. Right? Seemed pretty cordial. It seemed pretty relaxed as well. A lot of big smiles. We smile as Trinbagonians with fun and laughter and love. Some people smile when they take power, when they kill others, when they destroy, when they remove those who they feel are not their proxies or not under their control. We don't smile for that. We just smile when we share a light moment and a joke, a Larry Joseph, a doubles or whoever. That is what make us smile. We smile when we touch down on Maracas Bay or wherever else. We smile when we line together and laugh downstairs, the family home, whatever, sharing a meal, some wild meat. Right? That is Trini, and we want to keep things Trini. Right? We are on the top of the hour, and we'll be right back.
God's last warning message. Hosea chapter 4 says, hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood toucheth blood. Remember, every Sunday from 7:05 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. for the program God's Last Warning Message with Gospel in the Bones Ministry, right here on the street 919 FM.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we.
San Juan and environs, Fitzal Supermarket invites you to a grand Parang Lime, Corner Real Street and Santa Cruz Old Road, San Juan, featuring G Sharp and Friends on Friday, 28 November from 6:30 p.m. Bring your cooler and come. Enjoy sweet Parang music from G Sharp and Friends. Lots of prizes to be won. Best dancer, best dressed, and more. So come on out in your numbers and have a fun time. Don't miss it.
Are you searching for answers to life's questions? Those things that disturb and concern you the most? Why all the wickedness? Why the suffering in the world? Will it end? Who is responsible? Well, if so, join us right here on The Street 91.9 FM every Sunday from 5 to 6 p.m. with Brother Samuel Gooding and Roland White, where we open the Bible and find answers to all these things and more. For it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God.
Playway Parang Payday is the order to win more money for your dollar.
The Playway Parang Payday Draw is the
way to win more money for Christmas. If a white ball calls, it's removed from the machine. And when the parang ball calls, you win 28-1 on the base. Plus bigger mega mix payouts. Players must be 18 years and over. Please play responsibly.
Bigger payouts with Play Away.
Hey Richard, you know I have been saving every month so that I could set up a fund for the grandkids. But I would really like a place where the money is actually making dollars and cents to me.
Boy, TBLA has a proven track record of high returns. I actually trust them with my family's future. My father saved there, and now I save in there. My future is secure. Invest where you and your family's money would be safe.
I want quality and security.
Visit TBLA and find out which investment is right for you. For more info, visit tblamortgages.com. TBLA, a secure home to invest.
Everybody dreaming of that next winning step. From running a food truck, serving meals on the go, to a whole food chain where your brand start to grow. From staycation, long weekend, same beach, same view, to global destination, first class, brand new. A personal trainer, counting reps on the floor, to be at Jimona, your name on the door. From giving a little heart in the right spot, to donating hundreds to help a whole lot. When you play Lotto Plus, your dreams expanding. Take it to the next level when you start playing. Remember, winners always play Lotto Plus.
Players must be 18 years and over. Please play responsibly.
The Gap Man Limited specializes in products that cater to all your health needs. The Male Enhancement Package targets the areas of the body that contribute to erectile dysfunction. The Male Enhancement costs $1,400. The Gap pills are priced at 250 pills for $500 and 500 pills for just $900. For the best in eye care, get the super combination of a Super Bright and the Body Healer. To improve the heart's function and circulation, get the Gap pills and Formula C. To get a total body cleanse daily, use the Gap Body Healer and Big C, all for a super low price of $1,300. To order your products from the Gap Man Limited, call 628-4531 for products that cater to all your health needs.
For more info, contact 476-7268.
Calling all fishermen, farmers, agro-processors, manufacturers, caterers, and food entrepreneurs in Tobago. If your business depends on movement, transport, or deliveries, then the Driving Force Loan Promotion Grand Launch is exactly where you need to be. This Thursday, 27th November, Market Square, Scarborough, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Get a transport vehicle suitable for your business. Talk to insurance experts on site. Get same-day pre-approval. Learn your financing options. This is a program by the Business Development Unit, Division of Finance, Trade, and the Economy.
Blessings in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You are invited to listen to the Final Hour broadcast heard every Monday
from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. in the morning on the Street 919 FM.
Hear my mom, Pastor Helen Garcia, and myself, Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr., preach the Word of God to the elderly, youth, and children. We can be contacted at 629-0113 or 623-8444. The church is located at 26 Prince Street in Port of Spain. We look forward to you joining us. God bless you.
As my life I lay it on the altar, as my life.
The Embassy Yacht is back and ready to transform your events into unforgettable experiences. Launched from King's Wharf, San Fernando, the perfect starting point for an epic experience of luxury, music, and celebration on the open water. By booking our vessel, your event will include a house DJ, state-of-the-art sound system, fully stocked bar, dedicated cleaning crew, top-notch security. This isn't just a venue, it's a floating masterpiece designed to make your event the talk of the town. Imagine your guests dancing under the stars, drinks in hand, with breathtaking views of the coastline as your backdrop. From birthdays to corporate events to exclusive parties, the Embassy Yacht offers promoters a unique platform to create unforgettable memories and boost your brand's reputation. Call or WhatsApp 399-5959 or email embassycruises@gmail.com.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Merry Christmas.
Starting November 1st, we kick off the Parang and Christmas season right here. Ready to hear your song? Email us your request at street919music@gmail.com with your contact number, and you will get to shout out your music on the air.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
And we are back. Get ready, Tobago. Saturday, the 27th of December, 2025. Faranka Lux Events presents Signature, the premium black and gold all-inclusive experience at Fairways Tobago. Early bird tickets are just $700 and are available exclusively on islandetickets.com. That's right, all early birds online only at Island E-Tickets. General tickets will also be available at Fairways Restaurants and Lounge, Pure Vanity Lowlands and Port Mall, Milford 24 Crown Point, Pablo's Argyle Main Road, and Gira Things Lowlands. Expect elegance, luxury, and elite holiday vibes from 5 p.m. to midnight. For more information, call 336-4355. Signature, premium, all-inclusive, unforgettable. Black Friday. Oh, we know people are looking forward to all the sales, etc. Black Friday starts now at Courts. Buy one mattress and get one free with the Sleep On It back support 9-inch firm queen mattress, only $12.99, and enjoy a free Sleep On It twin size mattress. Get 30% off occasional tables with any living room set purchase on credit 24 months and over. Save $700 on the Poppy 4-piece living room set. Now $4,999. Get $1,300 off the Palm Glass top dining table set. Now $3,999. Save $500 on the Kai 2-piece combo, only $3,699, and get 20% off the matching pieces with this purchase. And enjoy kitchen cabinets at just $999. Offers end November 30th, 2025, only at Courts, bringing value home. Of course, terms and conditions apply. Don't miss our huge eye candy event at Quartz Optical. Get the sweetest deals on stylish eyewear with designer frames starting at just $1,499. Plus, get $500 off Transition Gen S lenses. But that's not all. Get a chance to win a massive $2,000 off your Quartz Optical purchases when you shop with Quartz Ready Finance. Book your free eye examination appointment online at quartzoptical.com. Walk-ins also welcomed at any of our 17 convenient locations. Only at Quartz Optical. Value you can see. Offer ends the 30th of November 2025. Of course, terms and conditions apply. Alright, so just scrolling through the news, as we mentioned, the meeting of America's top military general, and there's a story a little later down where they state that drug smuggling, transnational crime, was discussed by the two parties, right? Trinidad and Tobago and the United States. Natuk blasts Manning workers suffered for 10 years under the PNM, right? We know how that goes, right? We know the challenges that workers have been facing. We know the challenges everybody been facing, but workers as well, and we're glad for them to get some relief, God willing, soon. Midnight terror at Catholic Church. Priest and guard attacked. And we see the increased frequency of these types of events, this spate of crime, and of course members of the clergy, spiritual groups are all are not exempt, right? We all face this continual challenge as well of crime, of desperation, of a society that really needs to take stock of itself because of its social and moral standing, to many of our citizens. Going further in the news, teen killed in Maracas Valley. Police respond after blood trail discovery. Right, and it's exceptionally sad for me to see our young people losing their lives in such a manner, getting involved in stuff that results in their death, and also some of them innocently as well, losing their lives to others who choose to take that terrible step to harm and kill others. Right, so police in St. Joseph are investigating the fatal shooting of an 18-year-old male after being alerted by two men who stumbled upon the victim. Around 5 p.m. on Monday, officers driving along Maracas Royal Road noticed a silver Fielder wagon traveling at high speed southbound near Poolside number 1. The vehicle was flagged down by the driver and passenger, who reported that their nephew had been shot and was in need of urgent medical attention. The victim, later identified as Jabari Liston Williams of Gurata Hill, was transported to Eric Williams Medical Complex, where he was pronounced dead at 5:15 p.m. Alright, sad situation that is way too prevalent in our news, and that struggle and that battle goes on, right? Because we need to deal with that continual problem of crime. Woman beaten as she fights bandit for her car in Port of Spain. Right, I don't even want to attribute it alone to the season, although sometimes there's an uptick of crime around, Christmas or the holiday season, when people lose their reason. That's supposed to be carnival. But yeah, sadly sometimes there's a bit of an uptick, but in general we have these issues, right? My honest advice to individuals who may be afflicted by this crime or crimes like this: nothing is worth your life. You're nothing that you own. So, try not to resist individuals who are robbing you. Try not to put your life on the line, right? For a car, for anything. It could be recovered after. But your life is most precious, and you're saying that, and in the actual event, sometimes it's natural sometimes to just defend yourself, or the way things happen sometimes it does not afford you the opportunity to really think it out. All right, but sad circumstances. 36-year-old woman from Aranguez was assaulted during a carjacking in Port of Spain on Sunday. A lot of work as well for the police to do. A lot of serious circumstances, serious crimes for them to try to deal with, and to try to find some perpetrators who we really want to remove from the streets, right, to keep others safe. I think that might actually be it for most of the crime that is reported in our newspapers this morning. Of course, I've also seen a search underway for missing Shogunas teenagers. And of course, there are a number of other instances where we the population, I hope we assist in the matter as well, but trying to solve the deaths of, women across Trinidad and Tobago, and also the assault of a young teenager as well, a teenager. And we ask people, everyone, anyone who could assist in those matters, because if we are able to deal with the perpetrators, then we keep our children safe, we keep other young women, we keep other women, we keep other citizens safe from them. The police need the public's help in locating 2 teenagers reported missing from the Shogunas area. 20-year-old Jamila Lewis of Todge Road, Shogunas, was last seen on November the 22nd at around 5 a.m. She was reported missing to the Londonville police station 2 days later. And we have pictures and descriptions of both individuals. In a separate report, police are also searching for 15-year-old Amia Romain of Enterprise Shogunas. She was last seen as well on November the 22nd at 11 p.m. and reported missing to the Shogunas police station 2 days later. Alright, so y'all could have a look at the Express in particular. I don't know if the other dailies may have them as well, and assist as well in helping to locate these young women. All right, and we pray that all is well with them. As I was saying before as well, based on the topic we were dealing with yesterday with domestic violence, so to speak, violence between men and women in particular, I had a number of conversations with other people, and the level of violence that is prevalent between men and women, even particularly men and women who are supposed to be engaged in some type of relationship, is alarming. It is extremely alarming and extremely dangerous as well. And I really wanted to extend myself to, the wider population, both men and women, that we should find ways to fix that particular problem. We should move away from a mindset, and men sometimes carry that mindset of trying to have some type of control, and then when you feel like you are losing control because the society has a certain way that it has directed women, sometimes you may resort to physical lust. Let us move away and stay away from that. Morning, brother. Welcome.
Hey, brother. Fuad, morning. How is everything?
Hi there, not too bad.
All right, cool, brother. Cool. Well, full respect as usual. I really calling in just to provide some feedback in a broader sense. You always come here and share your wisdom, your thoughts as a person about, and as a citizen too, about how you suggest we as men, we as women, we as people should conduct ourselves, operate, so that we can have a peaceful country for everyone, a nice country, and everything positive. So I have been going through. Sometimes it could be confusing as a citizen to really try and understand why things not operating in a positive way, and why things so complicated or appear to be so complicated. But as it is for a while now, I think I taken a break from calling in on certain programs. I mean, the stations really I'll listen, but it's at a TV show, a local morning program I used to call into plenty. I taken a break from that program, right? And I just be anticipating you heavily in the mornings when I wake up. I know you like to play a nice music and sing, and it's all good. But in a funny sense, how you just say, like, let us do this, let us do that, I just emulate that in, so for example, if I turn it on my radio, I'll be like, let us turn on our radio, that kind of spirit of positivity, but, enjoying it in a humorous sense slightly, but
yeah,
I hope
man.
you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, understand what you're saying, man.
Because all you could really do after a while, you express your thoughts and things, is just operate positively and hope for the best. So I just say that to get some feedback, but keep up the great work you're doing. Inspiring persons to look within themselves and be positive. So thanks, man, and keep up the good work.
Yeah, man. Blessings. So we have to navigate this human interaction with each other, right? And it sometimes is a struggle. But once it reaches the even abusive language and far more violence, then we need to step away, and we really need to re-evaluate even engaging with individuals like that. Good morning, Prezi. Welcome. Morning, Prezi. I'm not hearing you. Alright, don't worry. Prezi know all the numbers. So if that one give him trouble, I'm sure he will call on the other line. Yeah, and seek early the assistance to escape that type of environment, because it is not going to lead to a good destination. Good morning, brother.
Hello?
Yes, good morning. I hear you.
Yes, I don't really want to rehash what would have gone before.
Yeah.
But yesterday I heard someone spoke about what is going on in England, and if that conduct was in England, then you would have had some action taken with respect to penalties being imposed on a particular member of parliament. But what I'm saying here is this, is that England has gone way ahead in terms of establishing code of conduct and code of ethics for ministers and code of conduct for members of parliament. And I'm saying that all over the only effort that was made in terms of controlling members of parliament and their behavior, that was since 1987. And what happened by way of a resolution? There was never any legislation, any enactment with respect to an enforcement with respect to the conduct of members of parliament, be it ministers or the other member of parliament. And therefore, what has happened here is this: we only speak and talk, and when it's convenient for us, we go back to England, the foundation of the Constitution, which is the Westminster model. But the fact remains is this: is that England recognized, in fact, what was said, what I read, is that between, you had, 1987, you had the Integrity Commission, which made some provision, limited provision for dealing with the conduct of ministers and MPs and whatnot. Outside of that, there's nothing and there's no enforcement except you have this privilege committee, which is almost sterile, ineffective. And so when we talk about the conduct of members of parliament being a perennial problem, issue, if we intend just to talk and utter and people misbehave, the fact remains is that you need to put you need to put a committee in place like England. England after in the late 1990s, they recognized they need to control the behavior of members of parliament, and they established a committee which was called the Nolan Committee, and they came up with recommendations, and they established also a commission which would put rules in place, legislated it, whereby members would be kept in check in terms of their conduct. So all this nonsense about we see in England and the fact that you have nothing in Trinidad and Tobago that resemble regulating the conduct or controlling the behavior of members of parliament. And we are way behind. We are lagging behind. This country is way behind. So when people come and talk about what, because that will continue on, that the behavior of members of parliament will continue unless you put measures in place, effective measures in place, to control the behavior. England has done that. So when you refer to England, England could punish, or they have the measures, the means in place to punish or impose penalty on members to control or deter their behavior. You have nothing here. So it's time. What should be said is that you need to put these systems in place, these committees in place, this commission in place, if possible, independent, as in England, to ensure that members of parliament behave themselves. And what we want is solution. Don't come and tell me about, oh, England had this and England had that. You have to put things in place. The parliament has to put, and nothing has been done over the last 10 years. Nothing has been done over the last 60 years. The only attempt that was made was in 1987 by resolution. Some measures in the Integrity Commission. You have the Privilege Committee there, but that is a waste of time. That is a futile and non-exercise. So that is what I want to hear. Solution, how you solve the problem, how you get members of parliament to behave themselves or to display positive behavior, good behavior, right, to be exemplars while functioning within parliament. Thank you, Mr.
Yeah, thank you very much. It is obviously not enough for us to just criticize the issue. It is essential for us to try to come to some solution. So I understand what Mr. West is alluding to and offering as solutions that are tried and tested in other places. Good morning. Good morning. Right, I'm not sure what's going on there. I'm hearing roof light in the background. I don't know if a dog calling there. I don't know what kind of thing is that. Good morning.
Good morning. Morning, Safwan. How are you, sir?
Hi there, man. Not too bad. I hearing you loud and clear, but just now all I hear is roof in the back. I want to know. Rover call me there. What kind of thing is that?
I don't call in.
Yeah, well, I know man, woman, and child listening, but is no one, no dog can always be listening on a morning. Big up, Rover.
Our population is one. Dog and all calling in.
Yeah, man. Big up, Rover, there, man. Locked on to 91.9 FM. Go ahead.
Yes, man. So, So I agree with what Mr. West just said. With putting things in place to have a more kind of decent parliament, so that people cannot get up and say what they want to say. So before they could get up and say anything that is disrespectful to the House, they will think twice, knowing that if they say certain things, there will be consequences of what they are about to say, as the case may be. So they must think twice about saying something that is insulting, to know that there is a penalty to follow that. So I totally agree. So the thing is how you're going about doing that, how you're going about getting the rules all right, to be put in place so that something that would have, and according to Mr. West, it's not just today that happened or Friday. These things have been happening a while now. And we know that fact that there are children listening, there are young people who are listening, right? And as I said before, these people carry the name in front of them, honorable. So if you are honorable, it means you have to carry yourself in an honorable fashion. So
Yeah.
I agree that something needs to be put in place. Now, I think, Mr. Fuad, it should start with the next parliament.
Right.
Come out and apologize. Apologize for Friday. Those who made it, for instance, you had the Prime Minister who mentioned about cuffing down Mr. Imbert, and you have the Attorney General who mentioned, well, go and take care. Right? We know the finishing of that. I think the example should start in the next house, in the next opening, come out before anything is said, before any bill is being debated or anything. I think there should be an apology.
Yeah.
I think an apology needs to be made.
I'm not
And I think that
cutting
will
you.
be setting the prime example of, especially as I said, the young people who are looking on or who are listening.
Yeah.
So I think the next parliament should start with the two, the Attorney General and the Prime Minister coming out and say they apologize for, or they retract what was said and they apologize for it. If there's anybody in the opposition would have said anything that was wrong, they also supposed to come out and apologize. And I think that will be the beginning of setting the stage of going about putting things in place to do what is right.
Yeah.
So I totally agree. Morning, Mr. West, I agree with you this morning.
Thank you very much. Just the Royal Castle song of the day, and we'll be right back, right?
Early Christmas morning, everybody busy doing something. Who were painting, they scrubbing. Who were scrubbing, they cooking. Sister hanging up the curtains, a salt ham boiling in the yard. Rasta grab up the hot pitcher, in a ham and dash up like he mad. Hey, hey, ay, 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 yo. Christmas, a time to be loving. Hey, ay, 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 yo. Christmas, a time to be giving. Hey, ay, 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 yo. Christmas, a time to be sharing. Hey, ay, ay, yo. Oh Lord, I'm feeling so fat. Neighbor, 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 come and party and fat. Neighbor, 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 bring the children and get. Neighbor, 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 neighbor. Next thing you know, hot sun shining. The day start off with a bang. I hear Marak and Quattro strumming. Gomez and Pedro come to Parang. They sang the Annunciation, followed by an Aguinaldo. But they lick up 2 bottles of rum and a pot of coffee before they go. Hey, hey, ay, 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 yo. Christmas, a time to be loving. Hey, ay, 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 yo. Christmas, a time to be giving. Hey, ay, 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 yo. Christmas, a time to be sharing. Hey, ay, 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 yo. Oh Lord, I'm feeling too fat. Neighbor, neighbor. Oh, yo, 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 yo. Yes, I feel too fat. Neighbor, neighbor. Ay, 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 ay. Neighbor, neighbor. Oh, yeah. Neighbor, neighbor. Neighbor, neighbor. Come on, Pedro. Rock that Quattro for me. Right. Neighbor. Baila, baila. Come on, Rosa. Spin that here. Everybody now to the table. Mommy say help yourself. I see Grandpa take down the bottle. He was hiding from on the shelf. Mr. Social say he ain't eating. He shout, I'm a spilled as an egg. But in the West Coast pocket he hiding a bowl of sauce and a turkey leg. Christmas, a time to be loving. Christmas, a time to be giving.
Oh, Christmas is coming, and we're heading back to T&T for that famous Royal Castle chicken. We just love the Royal Castle family meal with those 12 pieces of tasty chicken, the 6 yummy sides, and that refreshing 2-liter soft drink. It's just perfect for a nice Christmas lime. So if you're hustling and bustling like me, or if you just want some great tasting food, pick up the Royal Castle family meal. Happy holidays from Royal Castle. Ho, 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 ho.
That was your Parang hit of the day, powered by the unbeatable taste of Royal Castle.
And we are back from that Royal Castle break and song of the day. Ricky Jai, good morning, brother. Right, versatile, parang, calypso, everything, right? Good morning, Prezi, morning. Good morning. Morning, Prezi. Alright, so I think we're just having a little problem with Prezi, so he can try to call back. Normally his call comes through quite well, as we know, right? To the lighter news as well, I went to the sports, and last night I was watching part of the game as well. Defense Force did tremendously well to win 3-0. Good morning, brother. Welcome.
Good morning, Fuad.
Yeah, man. Morning, morning.
Fuad, I'm going to make my contribution, but I ain't on the phone now. Fuad, I was taking into the younger generation in the parliament, the fruit of the nation, but the real put together, no disrespect across the floor. They're coming and dealing with the people issues and what they're looking out for, with the bullying and all them kind of thing. I see Shuki face for apology from the Honorable Prime Minister and the Attorney General to apologize. But the damage are really done enough forward, because that and the answer and that and the record of the world don't see that.
Right. Yeah, man. So I knew there was student parliament being convened. I saw a couple young people as well from different schools who were involved doing their little social media blogs, but I didn't look at it. I don't know if the sit-in is still going on, but that's a positive and very interesting. Prezi, good morning. Good morning, brother. Nah, so I think it might be specific to Prezi. Good morning.
Hi, morning.
Morning, morning.
Morning, you hearing me now?
Yeah, hearing you all the time.
Still not hearing you. I don't know what's going on with your phone today. Anyway, I'm still going to go ahead, right? Prezi, very respectfully, I don't agree with what you said with your contribution. You see, that's the same thing I'm talking about. Taking things from other countries and implementing it in this country, right? We can do things on our own and implement our own stuff. You know, that is the problem I have in. But I don't find the Prime Minister and the Attorney General should apologize at all, because the same thing the other side has complained about, the same thing they just do, and they're doing it for years. You could remember when Stuart Young, one of the ministers called somebody by a derogatory term, and instead of that person get put out of the parliament, instead of he get put out of the parliament, the other person get put out. I think that a man with an African name, he get put out of the parliament. That's all because they were in control of the parliament and the speaker and everybody. So I leave it just how it is. They have a speaker in the house. The speaker make the decision, and wherever the speaker say goes in the house, he is there for that. Don't bring no England thing here to corrupt the system. Leave it as it is. Wherever action needs to be taken will be taken by the speaker. If it had to go to privilege committee, wherever it is, so be it. Don't confuse thing here. Leave it just so. Or they like to pick up things from other countries too much. Leave the other countries, let it deal with the issues how they see fit, because it worked for them. We had to implement things here that work for us. Right? Full stop. Oh God, boy.
All right. Thank you very much for your contribution. The entire system itself that we operate, the Westminster system, is not adopted, but has been left here, right? So is nothing new, but probably upgrades to the system. Good morning. Good morning. I think apologies. I don't know if it's our phone lines, right? I apologize profusely because a couple calls are not coming through. All right, so do keep trying. I hope it works eventually. And some of the callers are saying that they are not hearing me when I'm speaking to them. So some maybe technical difficulties there. But I was happy to see, well, in particular, my friend Keaton St. Helier performing well and being able to come off of the bench and create some problems for defense force. Well, against, what was the name of the team? Sebao. I was avoiding saying the name because it's a bit challenging, but creating some problems for Sebao FC, and Defence Force did extremely well to have a 3-0 lead, because this is the first tie, first leg of a two game. All right, Prezi. Morning. Right, I try everything to take that call, boy. Sorry, Prezi. I don't know what taking place, right? My apologies to you. Hopefully, if it's on my end or your end, we could get it sorted out. Yeah. So, Molino was in the goals as well for Defence Force. But last night they did extremely well. And I hope they can follow up in the away match, because I think it's a home and away, and at least come out with third place, right? Come out with a third place win, because I do believe this is a third place game. And while watching part of the game, they would have said that the winner also goes into another tournament next year, which would be really good experience for Defence Force. Experience now for the boys, but Defence Force, even in the past, has been a tremendous team in the Caribbean, and further CONCACAF. So it's good to see them, lifting the flag of Trinidad and Tobago football. Good morning again, Mr. West.
Good morning, Mr. Ford. Mr. Ford, you have a caller from Central who from time to time be asking you, and I think he hinted that he wanted to get some, not explanation, but a view with respect to David Owens. And I haven't been able to look at that. But, sometimes he's very articulate. He's intelligent guy. I hear him and I listen to him. Very interesting. And what I can say is that he should take the opportunity, because you allow, and then he says what he understands by, the video or whatever it is. And So we can benefit from it, and people could give their views on it and whatnot. You shouldn't be shy. Say what you read and what you understand by it, and probably we can give our views on it, and probably may force us to probably make others to make the attempt or the effort to access it and to bring some understanding as to what it really entails, you know. So I tried to get him to say that for me, because it's important to know. I was once shy in terms of sometimes I don't know how people would take what I say and all that, and whether my interpretation would be correct. But you have to take the bold step. Say it as it is, what you understand. You could be right, you could be wrong, you know, but say it. Say what you understood by it, what you understood or understand by it. So that is important. And what I want to say also, Trinidadians have don't listen to just listen only to what politicians tell you. I don't want to reiterate this thing or you know, dive ahead into that, or go too deep into that. But you have the technology that you can use to access information. All you have to do is to frame your correct question. You have the chat GPT. You go there and everything you want to know, you would access it, right? And those are less people tell you things and people tell you this and tell you that. It is there, and that is what I remember some time ago. I don't want to take too much of your time. In the 80s, and you have a lady who called your program. She'd been part of it with Morgan Job and those people. And I think we people who listened at that point in time would be better for it. But he was saying at that time, and you had just the cell phone, you had no KBT and the other TikTok and all these things. And he was saying, hey, listen, you don't need to go to libraries and all that. He was saying, hey, listen, you have the computer, you have the cell phone and whatnot. Go there, you could educate yourself. Everything you want to know, you could know it. So to a large extent, those people at university who don't want to share information with you, they eventually, most of them will become redundant because you have it at your fingertip. You sit at home and you could spend an hour a day, 2 hours a week, and you go through that. And what you don't do, if you don't understand probably the meaning of words, you have the computer, you're there in front of the cell phone, you could get that information too. And if you feel that your sight's not too good and you can't read, you have the voice that can respond to your question. So all I can tell people is try to access, make themselves more. And what I want to say also is that we belong to the world and we share whatever the world has to offer. That is how you progress, countries progress. Japan is not, they don't see themselves, the Chinese don't see themselves as being the end all. They take from other countries. The legislation that you have in Trinidad and Tobago, most of the pieces of legislation you have there is fashioned after the British law, after the Canadians. You listen to Saddam Hussein, he said, we look at legislation from this part and that part. So people say it's an understanding that you have to come to understand that we are not the world. And what we do is that we look for best practice. And if something internationally has worked and worked well for other people, we utilize that. If you see a man build a house and they build the house and the house is strong and the house is strong, you believe that you use that. You don't have to go and reinvent anything. And if once it works well, you may do it with some modification. This kind of anti-colonial nonsense about because it comes from them. No, that's how the world works. The medication that you use, the medical equipment that you use, you make it here now. You have to go out there and get it. Everything that you have in this country here, and in fact throughout the world, this is why we talk about interdependent. We talk about sovereignty. So people need to disabuse their mind about this nonsense about Trinidad and Trinidad. Trinidad is just a tiny little place in the world here, and we learn from each other. And therefore we draw from other countries with what is good and what is bad, we discard it. Right? We bring it here sometimes and we modify it. That is how the world, this is how the world operates. And people have to disabuse their mind of this nonsense about anti-colonial and this and that. Once something is working and it works well for other people and you could modify it and apply it here, nothing wrong with that. That's how it is. That's the world. It has always been like that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Just in general as well, if you have a operating system that you have taken from someone else, right? Because it is not our own, it's not indigenous to us. We have made it our own. It's been left here. It is a remnant of the colonial systems that existed before, altered in some ways, patterned after that British system as well, Westminster system. But if there are operational upgrades, right, if there's new software for that program that has been installed in other places, and then you should also avail yourself of the upgrades, because systems have flaws, they have shortcomings, they have oversights in the initial programming. Sometimes challenges that you did not contemplate come forward, and you must revisit and revamp and change, and also make it your own as well, because of your particular culture that you may have as well. So, I would tend to agree with positive changes and upgrades, and especially in response to issues that we may have in our governance system. Right. Just to continue with the news, right? West Indies has been grouped with England in the 2026 T20 World Cup. So that's an interesting one. The cricket lovers would be looking forward to it. And of course, even the football enthusiasts and lovers will be looking forward to World Cup next year, albeit without Trinidad and Tobago, but we could still back, for me, Brazil. I don't know who will they back in. Well, let's see, I have on my Barcelona this morning, regardless of our severe loss to Chelsea last night. So it go, right? Win, lose, or draw. We also see, we know Red Force is playing at the moment as well. There's a tournament going on, and they beat the Amazon Warriors as well. Terrence Hines put in a good performance, and I think was man of the match. Affected by rain, but TNT was still able to come out on top. So there is cricket, and sometimes myself in particular, maybe other Trinbagonians as well, we would be attracted to the bigger games and the bigger stages of football and cricket, and we miss when the Red Force or Defence Force, who also fly the Trinidad and Tobago flag high, are playing, and we might only be caught in the bigger hype as well, right? Though that don't mean as no fake fan or no whatever. I still watch a half of Defence Force yesterday. I still had a certain interest, but certainly the hype and the attention, the patronage of club football and not club cricket. Obviously, club cricket is even less patronized in Trinidad, but Trinidad regional cricket as well, like that which is taking place at the moment, does not sometimes really get the attention that we should give it and the support. So we could do better. It is entertaining. It is the forum for the rise of our future players as well. So that CG United Super 50 Cup is on. Maybe they should do some advertising on 91.9, right? Then more people would be aware and may tune in as well. And likewise for domestic football as well, and the Caribbean, CONCACAF and other competitions that our club sides sometimes participate in, earn the right to participate in, and are doing well. Defence Force is doing well, right? They didn't make it to the final, tough, but we could take a third place. So all the best to Molino and the other guys in their next game as well. All right, so in some other good news as well, We see the Minister of Public Utilities with laptop in hand, and the CEO of B-Mobile with a nice laptop bag with charging port in it and all kind of thing, right? Some of the laptops for Form 1 students have arrived thanks to Trinidad and Tobago Postal Corporation, TT Post. And of course, this is another fulfillment of one of the promises that the current government would have made on the campaign trail. So many times we see politicians campaign, promise, and then do not deliver. And it is heartening and it is good to see some delivery of those promises, right? And I'm sure that others are looking forward to the delivery of other promises as well. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Hello.
Yes.
Morning.
Yeah, morning. Welcome.
Hello.
I'm hearing you. Go ahead. Go ahead. Apologies if the line is giving trouble. Just go ahead and talk. All right. So maybe we have some little technical difficulties there that we need to iron out. And somehow some people are finding it easier with their connection. I don't know what's happening. All right, so that's a nice view. I'm sure the students would welcome those laptops, and I encourage them to utilize the technology for their educational progress, right? Take advantage of the opportunity. Good morning, caller. Welcome. Go ahead.
Hello. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Go ahead.
Morning. Yes, I'll speak because you're not hearing the thing.
All right.
I am listening to the Homeland Security Minister. I mean, how could a minister ask the U.S. government to revoke people's visa? He's serious? This man, I don't know, like these ministers in the UNC government, like they're going crazy with dotish talk. One saying about the workers at HDC like ticks on a cow, and look now, oh my God, look, Prime Minister, you all need it. Anyway, if he could not have said that if she didn't sanction it. So I want to believe the Prime Minister sanctioned it, right? And I mean, we must be the laughing stock of the Caribbean. If I loved how Mayor Motley had told the U.S. government, she said, oh, you could take back my visa anytime, right? I want to say to the TTPS, I want to congratulate you all for holding that guy who snatched that man's money in Port of Spain. I must congratulate you all for finding him, and this is what I just get upset about. Look at the age of that man, and you decide to snatch this man money instead of going and look for work? Man, listen, I tell you, that's why Burroughs used to deal with them. Have a blessed morning.
Yeah, thank you very much, right? So we are on top of the hour, and we have to go. So have a blessed day, Trinidad and Tobago, and God willing, I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's radio.